Hello everyone, my name is Renée Landell. I'm a doctoral researcher in the School of Modern Languages, Literatures and Cultures at Royal Holloway University of London. And so evidently, literature, language and culture are really important to me. And I believe that literature, language and culture are important to every single one of you too, even if you don't realise it. Whilst in our early years, many of us, if not some of us, learned how to read, how to write, how to listen and how to speak. All started with our first word, then writing our name. And so for this very reason, literature and language are not only important to us, but we can identify and testify of its impact in society. One of the essential functions of literature is its ability to take us into the mind of the author and take us into the mind of the characters that the author creates. Like a time machine, propelling us into different time periods and places. It reveals to us aspects of the world by allowing us to experience it from different cultures, different people, and different aspects of the world that we may not be familiar with. But if this is true, and it's proven to be the case, then according to the most popular and prevalent literature in our society, Black consciousness, Black identity, and being do not exist. For from the time we were taught how to read, how to write, how to listen and how to speak, we were also taught that our stories and realities are insignificant, and that the intrinsic definition of what it means to be human is to be white in body and in mind. Think about all the novels you read or studied at school as a child. Of Mice and Men, To Kill a Mockingbird, what do they all have in common? The Black struggle, slavery, oppression, and even when the themes change from the solemn notes of our history, Black characters in literature are always, or predominantly, minor characters, and our literature is only ever really enjoyed or celebrated by our own community. From book festivals to the Oscars, and I'm sure we've all heard about the Oscars' long history of racism and lack of diversity, even to the curriculum in schools. Everybody seems to be asking one important question: why is there such a lack of diversity in the arts? The first finger should be pointed at society. Society has held barriers up for Black people from before all of us were even born. That's why the attainment gap exists. That's why the curriculum is monocultural and why we don't see ourselves reflected in popular culture. But we know this and have known this. We talk about this and we protest this. For that very reason, society's wrongs are not going to be the focus of this talk. I want to explore our own attitudes to artistic innovation and creativity. I want to explore where the arts and humanities stand in the Black community and why there is such a stigma of Bachelor of Arts degrees and artistic and creative industries in our society. Choosing whether to pursue or continue in higher education is already a daunting task. And what is even more daunting is not only deciding what to study, maybe student loans, moving away from home, and being one step closer to that career. And so, prospective students are faced with the challenging task of sitting down with their parents and peers to tell them and inform them what decision they have made in terms of a degree. And with the stigmas attached to Bachelor of Arts degrees, this conversation can be awkward for some. But it is my hope that all prospective students and current students studying arts and humanities feel more assured about their choices. And it is my hope that all students, as well as parents and just everyone that is watching, feels that they can follow their passion, take pleasure in what they do, and have a commitment to hard work. Only then will you succeed. There tends to be judgment towards Bachelor of Art degrees for various reasons. Career prospects, the myth of financial instability, we've all heard of the starving artist, and the impact that that degree will have on society. In my role as BAME officer at my university, a role I've held for 2 years, I've heard so many regrets from Black students who say to me, Renée, you know what, I'm not enjoying what I'm studying. I'm not enjoying my time at university specifically because of the course that I've chose to study. And it fills me with such grief, and my reply is always the same. Why? What did you want to study? To which I hear students studying biological science, maths and chemistry tell me that they would have rather studied fine art or geography or history or philosophy. To which then my reply is generally the same as the first. Why? Why didn't you? Then I hear, well, you know African parents, you know Caribbean parents. But the problem is, it is us who has to study a degree for 3 years of our life. And then it is us who suffer ill mental health as a result of lack of motivation and enthusiasm. The number of university students reaching out to mental health facilities is up by 50%. And if we hone it in a little bit closer, Black people are more likely than their white counterpart to be diagnosed with a mental illness. And now this isn't to scare you. This isn't to put you off university. This is to say that it is imperative that you study whatever it is that makes you happy, despite the wishes of our parents and despite the wishes of our elders and community. This is not to blame parents. This is to say, I understand. Some of us are the descendants of immigrants who came to this country seeking a better life. We, as Black people, are among those who are from low-income families, and on top of that, we are among the first in our families to go to university. And so the pressure has fallen on us to ensure that we do a degree which will sort of ensure financial stability. But, spoiler alert, financial stability is never guaranteed, not even in STEM. The only way that you can ensure your success is by first having a passion for what you do, finding pleasure when it gets hard, and as I said before, having a commitment to hard work. So those are my solutions in being successful. But how do we fight the stigma of arts and humanities in our own community? I have 3 key skills. Number 1, decision. Make informed decisions about what it is you want to study. Sit down with your parents and explain why it makes you passionate. Number 2, communication. With relevant research of possible career paths and examples of successful people in your industry, communicating your passion to your parents can be a crucial step in fighting the stigma. And communication, reminding yourself why you're passionate, can be a crucial step in also keeping you motivated. And finally, number 3, dedication. We must go for opportunities which intimidate us. My favorite quote is, "Take the risk or lose the chance." So in closing, I want to leave with you some words of encouragement. We must be active in leaving a legacy. And legacy isn't always about having money. Martin Luther King wasn't a rich man, but we all know his name and we all know the work that he did. Let us stop complaining that we are or will be the only one. Let us be active and be the change that we want to see. In the UK, out of 20,000 professors, only 26 of those are Black women. I am in the race to become number 27.